And if you love what you do and you're making an impact and you're doing good with the world, like, the money's going to come after that. And so that's always been kind of my why. It's always been kind of reform. It's been kind of restructured and reformed throughout the years. But I always knew, like, very, very deep down, even from when I was like a little kid, that, you know, I wanted to help people, and I wanted to make a difference. Like, I wanted to make somebody else's life better. And it just so happens that, you know, the fitness industry and helping people, they kind of go hand in hand. You know, when you can make a huge impact on somebody, you know, by showing them that they can do everything that they didn't think was initially possible. And, you know, and I want other people to realize that potential, because at the end of the day, I don't necessarily want to be the person that's on top, but I want to be the person that's on top to grab somebody else and to kind of sling them to the top and to support them.
That's excellent. That's really good. That's the mentality you want to have.
Yeah.
That's the type of person that if I was beginning in the industry, I would want someone that was with that type of passion and that type of drive to be coaching me to get me through the steps. Because, like you said, there's people that are just kind of doing it just for the money and not because they really want to do it. Like, I get it. We all gotta eat. I understand that.
Absolutely.
But you have to have that passion to do it. To then, like you said, you don't want to be that person that's on top. But even if you don't want to, you may be, because of that attitude you have, that positive attitude, that being that person that people look up to, that they know, hey, Leslie's gonna help me. She's gonna help me, you know.
And I think really at the end of the day, like, that's a lot of what we don't have now is, I see this in jobs all the time. And I mean, granted, I'm only 23, but being in the sales industry right now, you know, I see a lot of people, they're just there to get a paycheck, and that it can't be the way that continues. And I think the way that we really need to go is, you know, we have to give a crap.
Yeah,
we have to care about other people, and not just about ourselves, but again, about other people, and not just necessarily people within our own immediate circle, but the world around us too. And, you know, if that's one way, you know, if I can contribute a little portion of that and maybe inspire somebody else to continue to do good and pay that forward, and, you know, and maybe that, you know, they go on and they inspire out someone else to pay it forward, you know, then I've done my job.
Yeah.
You know.
And you've started a positive chain reaction.
Yes.
Where people will start believing there are still good people that care. There are people that want to do good.
Absolutely.
And you definitely will be that person.
Yeah.
You know?
And just and being in fitness and health, it's been a passion now for the last
It really has.
5 or 6 years.
It has.
And that's where I want to go, because, you know, the healthier people you have, the more good you can do.
That's right. The more, exactly like you said, the healthier you are physically, the healthier you are mentally, and you give that vibe off. Oh, wow. That's a big plane.
That is a big plane.
And these are what happens when you try to keep things live and real. You get all these little things happening around you, but that is okay. So what, for anyone that's listening right now, what is the message that you'd want to send out to them, whether it's fitness related or just following your dreams and your passions related?
It's the same one that I attached to the bottom of every one of my email signatures.
Mm-hmm.
It's
that's good. You believe what you're talking about.
I do.
There you go.
It's life begins at the end of your comfort zone, and that applies to fitness in that it's you know, it's very uncomfortable at first. It's very, you know, it sucks to get up off the couch.
Exactly.
and move and get out and do things, especially when you're in such a comfortable position for so long. But growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone.
No, it does not.
It doesn't happen there. And some people they don't get out of their comfort zone until they're forced out of it. And then when they're forced out of it, they don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think if you force yourself out of your comfort zone, whether that's to get off the couch and go to the gym, or just get up off the couch and go walk your dog if you have one. I always consider adopting dogs, but
on the next podcast.
I now have 3 dogs. No, I'm kidding. I only have 1. Watch, on the next one I probably will have 3.
I doubt it.
But like I said, fitness related, that might be getting up and moving around, or it might be getting healthy enough to get on the airplane, or to go to the one place that you always wanted to go. And none of those things happen if you're so scared.
Exactly.
Or if
Exactly.
you stay in that comfort zone of, well, this is my hometown, this is what I know, or this is okay for right now. And at the end of the day, like, being out of your comfort zone and everything, like, your life depends on it.
It does.
You only get one life, so you might as well do it right the first time.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I mean, it has a lot to do with, if you're going to try to do things, take those little steps,
Mm-hmm.
but make them to make you move forward. And just like you said, it really all starts with fitness. It starts with being
does.
active.
Yep.
Active is the first step to doing anything. Yep. So, again, active body, active mind, that's the way to work.
Yeah.
But absolutely right. Okay, now here comes the fun stuff. What is? Tell us either one story that you have that is either a funny or worst client interaction, or inspirational moment that you've had so far.
So not really so much on the funny end, because I can't say that I've worked with enough clients to have the funny end, to kind of have some of those funny stories. I'm sure probably the next time that we talk, I'll probably have a bunch.
Yeah, and we'll keep checking in for that.
However, I am always micro critiquing someone from the treadmill in the gym. Like, I know you didn't squat below parallel, sweetheart. Judging just a little bit.
But that's what you do the coaching for,
yes,
to keep them accountable.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. But I had the pleasure of working in a CrossFit box, shadowing for a summer, and by the end of that, I was onboarding some of the new members.
Okay.
And I had the pleasure of working with a gentleman that was autistic, and then which was really interesting, because either way you still coach them the same way that you would coach anybody else. They still understand, and he did wonderfully. There was another woman who, she had 2 kids, and I believe she had been in a car accident, and she had been injured so badly that she had to have a rod put in her leg to stabilize her thigh. Yeah. And then she also had 2 bulging discs in her low back.
Oof.
And she came to us, and she's like, my doctor says I have to do something. She's like, I have to keep, moving. She's like, she came in and she almost like couldn't walk. She was getting pretty bad. And so I helped her through the first probably week of workouts, and we were able to get her to do her very first 50 push-ups.
Nice.
Which she did phenomenally.
Good.
And she made it through that workout, which she was amazed. She didn't think that she could do it. And I was training with her again, and we were practicing with deadlifts and not maxing out, but just practicing in general for form, for increasing weights. And it was her first time doing deadlifts, and we were trying to establish at least a working weight for her that she could continue to do. And we got her to deadlift 80 pounds, which
Very
for
nice.
her was that might not seem like a lot to you or to me or to some of the other athletes that maybe you talk to, but for her that was the equivalent of lifting her 13-year-old son.
Exactly.
And picking him up off the floor, and being able to pick up both of her kids at that point. And that's not something that she had been able to do for years,
Right.
especially after that injury. And we were able to show her how to safely do that, and she was able to do it with no pain, despite 2 bulging discs in a rack and a rod in her leg. And seeing the look on her face of just seeing the I almost want to say the Legos click,
Yeah.
or and seeing that realization come over her, it was really truly overwhelming.
I'm sure.
It made me want to cry. Like I had to take a minute. I had to take a minute to not cry, because I knew if I cried, she'd start crying. And then the main coach would look at me and say, "What are you doing, Les? Why are you crying? Is everything okay?" And everything was great.
Yeah. But that shows you care.
Yes. And it was one of those ones that shaped my why. That shaped my whole reason for wanting to do this. And that was at the point where it also clicked for me that, oh my gosh, I can actually make a difference. And I did.
Yeah, you did.
Just in that, and it's in those very small moments that made a difference. And it's something that I'll never, ever, ever forget. And it's one of my very first training moments. And it's one of my favorite. And it will always be
excellent.
One of my favorite.
And the thing is that, again, this was a person, like you said, that is an older person that probably had to really force herself to get out of her comfort zone.
Yep.
Big time.
Mm-hmm.
She had to probably get over that mental block she had, that she didn't think she's going to be able to do this, and you were there as her guide.
Yep.
You were there showing her, this is what we do. This is little by little, the small progressive steps.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got her to get out of her comfort zone.
Yep.
And once she got out of the comfort zone, she did stuff that she thought would never be possible.
Yeah.
And like you said, that is what shaped you to want to do this.
Yes.
And to really pursue it and help more and more and more people.
Yes.
So again, this is why I think you're in the right field.
I sure hope so.
You really are.
Because
we need more people like you.
As much as I like selling copiers and being out and interacting with business people all the time, this is my true passion, and
right.
I'm really excited to make that switch and to jump kind of head first, dive into it, because I finally feel like I'm at the point now where I'm ready, truly ready to do that.
And it's the thing, you're doing it the smart way, where you're setting yourself up to be able to do this as your passion, as your actual career, and you're doing it the right way, to where you're going to be ready. You're setting yourself up, and that's all it takes is, again, you're getting out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
So you're practicing what you preach.
Yes, I am living my life beyond my comfort zone.
Yes. But I mean, again, look at the opportunities you get because you're doing that.
Yes.
You're getting to do things you never thought possible.
Yes.
Because you're getting outside. You're not being comfortable with the norm. Again, there's nothing wrong with, if you want to, work a 9 to 5, that's fine. If that's what you want to do, great.
Absolutely.
But if you have more ambition and you want to do more things, that's also okay too.
Yep.
So really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. This is really good. I'm very happy you came. I'm very happy we got to.
I am so happy to be here.
We had to do this.
We honestly got the best weather for this.
We did. We got really good weather. I'm very impressed that it didn't really. It wasn't bad at all. It was fantastic.
No, it was wonderful. The
So
sun was out shining.
It was great.
Love it.
So tell people how they can find you on social media.
So the best way to reach me actually is on Instagram. I am at Les Loves Lifts. So you can find me there. Do you need me to spell that?
Yeah.
So it is LESLOV as in violin, ES, and then LIFTS.
Awesome. So Les Loves Lifts.
Yes.
It'll also be in the description at the bottom. I'll spell it out anyways, but again, it's good to have it in both spots. And then, so IG, that's the best place people can follow you and reach you at.
Yes. So I don't use Facebook. I do not have an existent Twitter. I do run a blog actually, which is called eatliftwander.com. So that's another place that you can find me. I try to post some weekly updates there with different travel spots to go, and then posting, general health and wellness stuff for people that are actually either just starting to get into the gym or people that are coming back to the gym, to try to help them get on the path that they need to be on.
Excellent. Awesome. And we also did, for those listening, her new We did a lot of good shoots with Bruce, and he's on Instagram as well. It's Baw, BAW, the number 3 _ photo, and that's on Instagram. So he did some fantastic work with pictures.
I'm so excited for them to come back.
Yep. So we'll have those too, and then for anyone again that's interested in watching those, checking those out, definitely please take a look at them. And again, thank you so much for being here, Leslie.
Thank you.
And thank you
This
for
was so
everyone
much
else.
fun.
It was fun. Yeah, it was. And thank you for everybody else that's listening and still tuning into this silly man's podcast, doing silly things with silly friends, trying to make a change in this silly world. So tune in next time. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.